What's up, everybody? So today is a super exciting day. The car is finally ready for a dyno and people are dyno already waiting for me. Luckily they're only like a few blocks away from me, so I'm just gonna head out there and we're gonna start seeing what's up with the tune and changing it, pretty much dyno tuning the whole thing, you know. But before I do that, I thought let me walk you around the car because I kind of slacked on videos. I said I'm gonna make more videos, and then I started working on the car more, and as I said before, more work on the car, less work on the camera. So let me walk you around the car, show you what we've done, and then after that we're gonna warm up the car and head to the dyno. So to start with, this is a 98 BMW M3. Yes, it's an actual M3. It has the reinforcements in the back, and since then, since I bought it, a lot of things have changed. But let's start with the swap. So it's an iron block V8. It has fully forged internals, well, except the crankshaft. The crankshaft on these is pretty good anyways. So we have forged rods, forged pistons. It has a Texas Speed Stage 3 cam. Texas Speed sponsored most of the engine components, and I just did the assembly because we were still in California, which is pretty funny because Texas Speed right now is like 10 minutes away from me. If I was here, I would just bring them the block and they would build everything. So it has a dry sump system. I don't know, see if I'm gonna be able to focus there, but you probably can't see it. But it has a dry sump system because we had a bunch of oiling issues with previous engines. So I thought that like saving this expensive engine would worth getting the dry sump. Beyond that, we have the next thing is the gearbox. It's a GSR dog box, so it's a 4-speed, same thing that all Pro FD guys run. And to finish with the driveline, we have RTS differential with Wisefab axles. Forgot to add about the engine. It's a 6.0. It's still a 6.0. Has a high compression pistons. It's 12.5 to 1. It's on E85. Has LS3 heads, LS3 intake, eBay rails. All the fittings and plumbings that you guys see, this is all from, with the exception of maybe one fitting, it's all from Improved Racing. They're helping us out for many years now. Super happy with them. Make everything super nice and clean. Especially with the dry sump, you need like a lot of fittings. So that was a good help. So the fuel system we run, it's the stock tank right where there, and then the stock tank is feeding the surge tank, and the surge tank has two 360 liter per hour fuel pumps from Ditchworks, and then they connect in one line and go forward. Right now only one pump is connected because that's the amount of fuel we need. We don't need to run the second one. The second one is still wired as a spare, so if I see any fueling issues, a quick test is just I plug in the second pump and then we have a test. The car has a rear mounted radiator. It's slanted, has a big CTSV fan. It's run by the standalone ECU, which actually, let's go and talk about that. So here's the ECU. It's sponsored by EFI Source many years ago. This is like the 5th year I'm using it, and this year I added an extension box which I made myself. It's pretty much like a board that talks through CAN with the main ECU, and then you can add way more sensors and whatnot. This is the wiring. It's pretty much done. I just have to clean it up a little bit. All done by me. Yeah. Suspension around BC Racing coilovers, one of those old partners with us for more than like 6-7 years. Staying through with them. Control arms, it's FDF Race Shop rear lower control arm. Custom fabricated subframe by Marcus, like I said. There's other things that Marcus did. Tires, Acceleras, and then new partner for this year is Koenig wheels, which I'm super excited because they're light and strong, and having lighter wheels on the car is definitely a good deed you can do for your car. For the interior, we have energy seats, came on board this year as well, which I'm pretty happy. We have energy steering wheel. Pretty much safety equipment comes from NRG. Our dash is just a LG tablet with I think it's called tuner something shadow that works with the ECU. Works great. We have tilt and pedal setup. So we have front, rear,
clutch, and then we have a flash delay valve. Everybody recommends it, so I decided to try it. So far, so great.
This is a very short rundown on the car. I'm sure I'm forgetting things. If you guys think I missed something and want to know more about a specific part, let me know. I'm happy to answer questions. I know whoever is building a car is super frustrating and super overwhelming, but if you take it step by step and just break down the whole project into small chunks, it's going to be easier to do. That's what I struggled with. But enough talking. I have to get my things loaded in the car and go warm it up and go dyno, because that's the fun part. That's why you guys are here. So I guess let's get to the fun part. So here we are. Bitronic. It's pretty convenient that they are right here. The car is in a dyno. We're gonna proceed to strapping it. I have to remove the bumper to make it easier to strap, but looking solid. Alright, so far so good. My ears are still ringing. This thing is so freaking loud. So we're tuning pretty much multiple RPMs to get the whole map tuned, because in drifting you need to be able to modulate, so you need the whole map to be like on point. So we're gone pretty much through like idled all the way to like close to 5,000 RPMs, and now it's the brutal part starts. So we're gonna let the car cool down, and when the car is it's cool, but we just, want to take it easy. Like the amount of abuse it's taking right now, it's not going to take anything close on the racetrack. This is the equivalent to like hot lapping and staying on it full throttle for like sometimes we stay for like 5 minutes, just like up and down, tuning everything. So it's getting fairly hot. So it's advisable to just let it cool a little bit and let me cool down a little bit, because it's super like, everything is shaking. I have ear protection, but it's still pretty freaking loud. So like, just to give you an idea, look at the rear tires, right? And like, and they're pretty hot. This is like racetrack territory. You can kind of see the alignment on the car where it's riding. So yeah, so far so good. Nothing leaking, just fairly hot. Alright, so we're back from the dyno. A bunch of people arrived and I forgot to record the ending there, but the car is dynoed, and for whatever reason the dyno would stop registering the RPMs after like 5,300, something like that, and so we couldn't get the final number. But the good news is that the fuel map is all tuned. Everything worked great, the engine works fine, it's responsive, I drove it around, everything was great. So we're ready for the event, and I'm gonna put a dyno somewhere here, and you can see, so at 5,300 it made 430 wheel horsepower and right about similar amount of torque. So, but in actuality it's gonna keep growing. So, I don't know how fast it would grow, but if it doesn't go down, which means that the power, they're still coming up, and just by the feel of it, when you're when you hear the car on the dyno, you can hear that it's just picking up power, you know. So I don't have the final number, but I'm never was the guy who chases the final number. I'm happy that the car is tuned, and I'm super excited to go drift it at Corpus Christi. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.